Okay, yesterday I got quite a bit of work done on this Black Label Jazz bass, um, especially on the neck here. Spent a lot of time polishing and cleaning up the frets. They're generally in good shape. There's not much fret wear. I'm a little concerned that there might be a bit of a ski jump from the about 10th fret to the end. Um, Truss rod works well. Something I discovered with my first jazz bass is that sometimes when they were assembling these, my first one I found a lot of wood glue squeeze out on the actual truss rod nut, to the point where it was binding with the wood glue squeeze out inside the cavity, inside the hole here. I thought that the truss rod was bottomed out, but actually what I ended up doing was taking the nut all the way out and saw that bead of glue on it, and it wasn't super easy to get scraped off because it was pretty hard, like brittle hard. But I just took some time to scrape it off, and that cleared it. I had plenty of space to move. Today I am trying to get these knobs off. I got the pots cleaned out as best as I could yesterday. They were feeling really stiff, but they functioned, and when I came back to it today, they moved a lot easier. They were like stiff to begin with, but I got it to go ahead and turn, so hopefully they're back to 100%, and whatever gunk was in there has worked its way out. I am struggling to get these knobs off. The first two were really difficult. This one is just not wanting to budge. I'm trying to do it without breaking the knob or marring the pick guard, which is, quite the undertaking. I don't have like a little pry bar or something that's small enough to get under there, because these sit almost flush with the pick guard. If I could just get it to move a little bit, maybe not. So some of the other things I did was I took the tuner pegs off, cleaned those. They were in pretty good shape overall. I didn't have to disassemble them completely, but I did put a little bit of grease on them. When I put those back on a little bit ago, I took a little dab of wood glue and just kind of put it around the threads in the wood holes, just to kind of reinforce those so that hopefully they don't strip out, because it's very small screws and very small holes. And yesterday I took the pickups out just to examine them. These pickups are actually better built than the ones that were stock in my first jazz bass. I was kind of surprised to find. They are the ceramic style. They have the steel pole pieces with the two ceramic bar magnets sitting on each side of them on the bottom. So they have the extra long pole pieces. And I haven't measured these, but my other ones were ranging at about 6.5 ohms, or kilo ohms rather, and 6.8 kilo ohms. So I'm expecting these will be roughly about the same. Jazz bass, all the Mexican jazz basses from the 90s up until about when they retooled the line in the, 2002 or something like that. They all have the same wound, same polarity. So it's basically just two neck pickups, which can be kind of noisy. I did a series mod, putting them in series on my first bass a while back. And it sounded pretty cool, but it was just so loud because it basically doubled the noise output. So I ended up reversing that because it was so loud, and it made it a little bit more mid-rangey, kind of cut the bottom, cut the top of the signal. It wasn't really such a great mod. It was okay, just not worth it on these. I also, let's see, I took the bridge off, cleaned it really well. You know, just basic cleaning and inspecting. Sorry, I'm still recovering from a cold I think I've had for the last 2 months or so. 2 weeks for sure. So that's where I stand with all this. It's going pretty well. I'm pretty happy with the results. I do think that this bass actually is a little bit better constructed than my original. I can see, I don't know if it shows up on camera, but I can see a seam here and see another seam here in the wood. So from what I can tell, it's definitely at least 3 pieces of poplar. Nice and evenly spaced, you know. So one thing that I am going to do before I finish up is go through and add a little bit of wood glue to these screw holes, because it's poplar and it's a little on the soft side, those do tend to strip out. I think this one where the screw was missing, it looks like it's extra big, so I might have to do the toothpick and wood glue thing to get a screw in there to stay. When I took these pickups out, I was surprised that these mounting screws were pretty easy to get out. My first bass, I stripped those almost immediately because they're just so small and so soft, and the body wouldn't let go of those. So I ended up replacing those pretty quick. I was concerned I was going to have to replace some of the screws and whatnot on this, because they do tend to be pretty easy to strip. But so far so good. I had one screw in one of the tuning pegs that was a little bit stripped, but it looked like it came from the factory like that. I was able to get it in, so far so good. All right, thanks. See ya.